Hi Taurus, and welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Today is your reading for October 2015, General Tarot Reading. Sorry that I keep bringing these videos kind of late, it's just that I'm extraordinarily busy and I get really tired. I have a very thriving tarot business at the minute and it's doing really, really well. So if any of you want a reading with me, go onto my website, it's www.carolsuniverse.co.uk. I'll put all the links below anyway. I've introduced some new readings, so if you want your yearly forecast for 2016, those readings will be available until the end of December, so December the 31st. It's a 3-month, you have a 3-month window to order your yearly forecast in. I've also introduced on the website my new service, which is triple cross readings. These are far more in depth than your Celtic cross readings, your normal kind of 10-card Celtic cross. They'll give you really in-depth information and potential outcomes. Okay, so if you'd like a really in-depth reading with me, or any reading in fact, it's all on the website, so check it out. All the links, as I've said, are below. Right, so let's see what's coming up for you, Taurus. I hope you had a good September, guys. I'm just going to shuffle the cards. So, universe, spirit, guides, angels. What is coming up for 99% of Taurians? Well, something fell out. The High Priestess. We'll put that at the top of the reading. Might have some additional information for us. What is it coming up for you Taurus people? What is coming up for the Taurus people? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. October 2015. 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 Taurus, 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 October 2015. Taurus, what is coming up? Show me what's coming up for those born underneath the sign of Taurus, both rising and moon signs. Sun, rising, and moon signs for the month of October 2015. Taurus, 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 October 2015. Show me. Okay, so I've shuffled. I'm going to split the deck. Sorry if the lighting keeps going a bit off. It's just that it keeps going light, dark outside. I'm going to split the deck and we're going to gather it back up. And as usual, I'm going to take 2 cards from the top to represent the general energies, a card from the bottom to represent either the overall theme for the month or the advice for the month, and then 8 cards in the centre to show me events, potential events and situations coming in for you. Okay, let's see what we've got coming up. This is really interesting, this reading, because it has shades of light and dark in the reading, Taurus. The overall theme for the month is the moon. And I think looking at the general reading, this is something to do with you guys facing up to something. The moon card is often a card about deception. It's often a card about things that are hidden, that need to come out. These 2 dogs on the card are screaming at the moon for answers. Okay, they sense something. They sense some energy. That's what the moon card does. It's about. It can be about deceptions. It can be about the shadow self. This can represent anxiety. It can represent depression. It can represent sleepless nights. It's also very much a female energy card. So it can represent not feeling at your best during the time of the month, that type of thing. But it's funny that we had the High Priestess fall out at the top of the reading. So this to me suggests maybe a secret is going to be revealed, okay? When you see this High Priestess, she holds secrets in, okay? And I feel that because that has fallen out at the top and we have this as the overall theme, this is some truth coming to light. This is what I'm feeling with the reading so far. So the overall theme for the month I feel it's facing your fears, or facing up to maybe something that you haven't wanted to face up to before, or facing up to a truth, or facing up to something that has been hidden. But I really see the moon card. It can be a card of deception, but I feel that it is ultimately a card about facing up to the truth, facing your fears, facing your anxieties. But we're going to see where else this reading takes us for the month, okay? Now, what we've got here at the top of the reading is the World card and the Page of Wands. We'll fit all of this in anyway when the reading is done, okay? But I feel here that it's really funny with the World card behind the Page of Wands, that it's almost like you've completed a cycle. A cycle has been completed. Whenever you see the World card, it's about... The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana. So we started from the Fool. The Fool starts on his journey, and along his journey, he meets all sorts of characters. You know, he meets the Empress, he meets the Emperor, and in effect, he kind of becomes these people. Okay? The Magician. Death. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. All of these experiences, and it really is sort of the experience of humanity, what we experience as people. Okay, we experience highs and we experience lows. We learn lessons. We gather information from certain situations. Okay, this is the Major Arcana card. How many majors have we got in here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. If you count the High Priest, that's 5. So I feel during October, guys, you're going to have completed a cycle. Now, either you'll know what that cycle is, or you'll know the energy of it. Okay, you feel the energy that something has completed itself for you. So something may have come to an end. Something may have ended and something new is beginning. But the World card for me definitely signifies the end of a journey. Okay, so it's more kind of like a knowing card. You know when you've completed a cycle of something. You've come to a kind of pinnacle of something. And it's funny how we have the Page of Wands next door to it, because the Page of Wands is a card about taking a risk. It's a fire sign. It's motivation. It's passion. It's energy. The pages are messengers. So often this card would refer to good news coming in. But also because it's a wand card, it can represent journeys, okay, travel. It's the one that often represent. Now, whenever I see the pages are messages, okay? So maybe there's some message around travel going on. We do see a lot of travel cards in your reading as well. We've got the 8 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. And I do feel that something is culminating for you guys and something new is coming in. Because we've got the 8 of Wands facing the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is often a card about ships coming in. Waiting for something to happen in your life. Waiting for something to manifest. And because it's a number 3, it's the initial completion of something. So this guy on this 3 of Wands, we'll come back to this anyway, I just want to show you. This guy on the 3 of Wands has initially completed something. These 2 wands behind him are what he's already built up. The 2 of Wands, we don't have that in the reading, but the 2 of Wands is obviously the card before this. And this shows the guy setting out on a journey. He's new to stuff. He wants to explore the world. Now in the 3 of Wands, he's explored it. And he'd built something, and now he's setting off on a new journey, and he's waiting for his ships to come in with the new journey. And this would tie in with this. And this. A cycle has been completed, like the cycle has been completed in the 3 of Wands, the initial completion. And now you're off on a new journey. The new journey is the Page of Wands. It's risky, it's untested, it's untried, but it's something that you want to go for. But there is fear here. And you need to face it, which is why I feel that we've got the Moon card. Okay, the Moon card is here. Because the Moon card is saying you need to face your fears. There's anxiety going on. Maybe you guys have been stemming the tide of something happening. But the Moon card says you've got to face it. If you've been anxious around anything, know that it's going to be okay. So I really do feel that this is the month of facing your fears and facing up to your responsibilities, okay? You can't stem the tide of it. I think for all of the signs, we've had the lunar eclipse. I don't think the lunar eclipse is going to come back into being for the next 33 years or something like that. Pardon me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I heard. The lunar eclipse, I believe, was important because it washes away the old and it brings in the new. So I hope a lot of you guys did meditations and things around that time. But this is the time of change for you, and it's a time of facing up to things that you haven't faced up to because something has completed itself for you. We see initial completion in the Three of Wands, and we see the completion of something in the World card. So a cycle has been completed, and now there is a new journey for you to take with the Page of Wands. It's almost like saying, there's two ways I can look at these cards, really, Taurus. The World card could be literally travelling the world, and we do have the Page of Wands. So maybe some of you guys are going on a journey. Okay, we also have the Three of Wands and the Eight of Wands, both signify journeys, travel. So it's strongly saying to me that there could be some travel involved for some of you guys. Maybe some of you guys are afraid of flying, and maybe the Moon card is telling you that you don't need to be afraid to do that. You need to face it rather than run away from it. But also I can look at these cards and I can say with the World card, it's the initial completion of a cycle. And with the Page card, it's taking the tentative steps to a new beginning, an exciting new path. After you've washed away the old, here we have the Page of Wands with the new. Okay? And yeah, this new journey might be scary. The Page of Wands is also about taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, like a child does. A child doesn't have any fear. And that's why we have the Moon card facing up to those fears. So I do feel that it's a month of facing fears, and it's a month of taking a new path because something has been completed, something has come to its natural end, which is why we find the World card here. Now, in the centre of the reading, the four cards that came up, well, we've already touched on two of them, but we're going to need to go over them again, Taurus. We do have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now, when you look at reversed cards, you've got to look at them upright first because reversed cards are usually just the opposite of what it means upright. So the reversal of the upright of the Three of Pentacles is planning, okay? It's setting the wheels in motion. Again, we've got two number 3 cards, initial completion, okay? So upright, this is the initial completion of something, okay? It's an architect card. It's building. It's setting goals. It's asking for advice. It's working as a team. But when it's in reverse, I see this card as being something that hasn't been completed yet. Okay? Something that hasn't worked out yet. Not being able to face something, maybe. Or I see it maybe delaying plans here. Okay? But why is there a delay? Why has something not been completed? Why is something sort of taking its time for completion? We have next door to this the Sun card. The Sun card is a card about clarity. It's a card about positivity. Okay? Wherever you see the Sun card, it really does put a positive spin on things. So if something didn't work out for you in the month of September, guys, know that it was for your highest good because we have this Sun card next to it. Okay? And I feel that that's why we have the World card at the top of the reading. Maybe it's a case of that you need to take a different journey. You need to take a different path from something that didn't work out or something. Really, I feel when the Three of Pentacles is reversed also is that it's unstable foundations. So maybe something was unstable for you in September. Okay? But the instability of it should give you clarity. So maybe for some of you guys, the instability of a situation, something that didn't have true foundations or wasn't rock solid. Okay? Maybe this was a good thing because it should have given you some clarity. And maybe that's why we've got the World card at the beginning of the reading, at the top of the reading, as the general energy and the Page of Wands. Because maybe it's saying, that something that wasn't rock solid, something that didn't have a truly solid foundation, you need to close the door on it. And you need to realise that sometimes when something isn't working out, or if something looks like it's not going to work out, that we need to close the door and we need to bring it to a natural end, which is why we have the World card at the top of the reading, which says that there has been a cycle that's been completed. And with the Sun card directly underneath the World card, I feel that this is a good thing. Okay? Maybe you guys have had clarity on something that wasn't going to work out, and you've been able to close the door and set off on a new journey with the Page of Wands, if that makes sense to you guys. That's the only reverse card in this reading. We have the Ace of Swords next, Taurus. The Ace of Swords is a card about breakthrough, truth. No pain, no gain. So whatever situation didn't work out in September, it was meant to be, because the Ace of Swords promises a new dawn. It is like the Death card. We go through changes, we go through transitions, we go through pain, we go through disappointment. But those disappointments are there to serve our highest good, because it brings us to a new level of understanding. And as the Swords cards are all about the brain, they're all about how we think. They're an air sign, okay? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they represent the thoughts, communication, that type of thing. So maybe for some of you guys during October, there'll be some communication going on. It might be harsh communication, okay? But it will put your mind at rest. It will close the chapter on what was no longer needed. This Ace of Swords is always about also closing the door on what is no longer working for you, letting go of stuff that doesn't serve you, okay? So I feel that once you're able to close the door on something that didn't serve you, that's when you're going to find a lot of good changes coming in for you, no matter how much the painful situation has occurred in September. We also have next door to this the Emperor. The Emperor is a number 4 card. Stability. Security. The Emperor is one of those cards that I look at and I think that this man is rock solid. He sits on a rock solid throne. He's a leader. Okay, he's the voice of reason, the voice of logic. So I feel with the Ace of Swords and the Emperor, I mean, for some of you guys, you know, the Emperor can be a father figure. Okay, so maybe some of you guys have some family issues going on here. Maybe there is some harsh communication between yourself and maybe a father figure. Maybe it's within the workplace. Maybe with the 3 of Pentacles and the Sun card, there has been some clarity on a situation that didn't have foundations in the first place. Maybe something was brought to light. Maybe you achieved the answer that you needed. It might not be the answer that you wanted, but it might be the answer that you needed to hear. The Ace of Swords is the sword of truth. Again, a truth card. The Sun card is clarity. The Ace of Swords is truth. So clarity sets you free. The truth will set you free. So whatever it is that didn't have a rock solid foundation, whatever it is that didn't reach the completion, through clarity and seeking the truth, with the World card, you're able to close the door on a particular cycle and set off on a new journey. The Emperor card is one about logic, reason, and so is the Ace of Swords. So there's a new logic and a new reasoning that comes in for you guys, I feel, in October. And that's all to do with this 3 of Pentacles and the Sun card. Achieving clarity over a situation that didn't have any foundations in the first place. Now, the Moon card, as the overall theme, might be a card of kind of feeling... It might be a card of feeling let down about something. It might be a card of feeling depression about something, even for some of you guys. Maybe there's a situation that didn't work out for you. And you're feeling a sense of feeling disappointed, anxiety, depression over it. Okay? But it's better to know the truth than to live a lie. And maybe that's why we've got the World card, as I said, the completion, closing the door on something. The cycle is now over. It's completed. You've learnt your lesson through it. So maybe there's a lesson to learn through this. Okay? Maybe there's a lesson to learn through a situation that didn't work out, which has set you off on a new journey. It's freedom. It's freeing you. The Ace of Swords frees you. The Ace of Swords, the sword of truth, leads to a new understanding, logic, reason, stability in the Emperor. As I mentioned, we have the Three of Wands here. Again, initial completion, setting off on a new journey, waiting for a ship to come in. Because you've closed the door maybe for some of you guys on a situation that wasn't working out. We then have putting something behind you. Something that maybe you worked on. And now you're waiting for something new to come in. We have the newness in the Eight of Wands. These are messages, lots of messages coming for you, lots of messages coming forward. Whenever you see the Eight of Wands card, it can be travel. So maybe some of you guys are traveling during October. Okay? But this can also, if you notice with the Three of Wands, the guy waits for a new journey. He waits for his ships to come in. He's about to board a new journey. Could be that some of you guys are doing air travel. Maybe closing the door on a particular thing that wasn't working out allows you now to move on to something else. But if you're waiting for your ships to come in, your ships are coming in with the Eight of Wands because they're delivering something to you in the Three of Wands. And the last cards that we have are two very interesting cards, really. And I hate it when I have a card at the end of a reading that kind of doesn't make any sense or doesn't really gel with the whole flow of the reading. Because we've got the Two of Cups here. This is togetherness, okay? This is a card of negotiation, contract coming together. But for some reason, the Knight of Swords tries to interfere with that. Okay? The Knight of Swords tries to interfere with it. Whenever I see this Knight of Swords, I always see interference. Now, if this isn't an external person trying to interfere with plans or trying to interfere with something you want to do, then this is the way that you're thinking. Because the Knight of Swords is often a card about extreme juxtaposition between the way that we think. So maybe this ties in with the Moon card. The anxiety that some of you guys might feel around a situation. Maybe the Knight of Swords is your own brain, the way it thinks. And how it's trying to interfere with this new thing that's coming in for you. Maybe some of this could be arguments within the family as well. Knight of Swords could be a brother, Emperor could be a father, arguments could be, harsh words could be the Ace of Swords. Two of Cups could be trying to reach a negotiation. So maybe for some of you guys, you're looking to get away from something, from some kind of disagreements within the family maybe. But I do feel on the whole, this is a really good reading, Taurus, for the month of October. Let's go over it quickly again. We have the World card and the Page of Wands at the top of the reading, your general energy. So it's closing the door. It's the end of a cycle. New beginnings with the Page of Wands. This could be a good message coming in for some of you guys, okay? Or it could simply be you're released from something. You're released from an old cycle, okay? Which would make sense. But it's up to you if you want to be released and if you want to take that leap of faith and kind of go on a new journey. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. To me, this signifies when it's in reverse, maybe a plan not working out or maybe something not having fulfilled itself.